Hi, welcome to another episode of Haunt Talk. This is Kim, Kristen, and I'm Josh, and today we're going to be reviewing Blood Prison at the Mansfield Reformatory. We've went to this haunt in the past. We haven't done a review on it, but we've always been very underwhelmed by it. It's usually they throw a couple decorations and a couple actors, and the prison you just walk around in the dark, which I guess is cool in its own right. But we heard that they changed ownership last year, so we're like, we're going to go give it another shot, and we are glad we did.
Oh my god.
1,000%.
I've been to haunts that have improved quite a bit. I have. Never have I been to one that's improved this dramatically, though.
Right, first scene, you walk in, and it was just like, wow, this is going to be great.
First, room we walked in, it was just like a night and day difference. They never did anything like that before. While we're on it, we'll just start talking about sets and props. It was really, really good. Like she's talking about the first scene, it was like a big house thing, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was a huge house thing.
Books everywhere, and...
Very detailed.
Yes. They even brought, in one section in the cell blocks, they brought in, like, mulch and dirt, and it just kind of looked like you were outside. Mm-hmm. They had all these lights. There was, kind of like an abandoned carnival theme in one area, and there was just
so
lights.
pretty, yeah.
Yeah,
really
lights
cool.
everywhere. It was so cool.
Because there was, there are a whole bunch of, different carnival stands. And it was and usually I'm not a huge fan of the whole clown section, but the way they did it was unique, and it was like I said, it was really pretty and aesthetically pleasing to look at. That was really cool. There's a church scene. They built a whole church in there.
Yeah. Well, there's cars in there. How did they even get the cars in there?
Yeah, there were cars in there for the zombie scene. That was really cool. They actually had the cell blocks decorated, which last time we went there, it was literally you just walked down the cell block and some people popped out of cells and scared you. But
I mean, there's so many scenes, and but they do also still use the prison to good effect. There was parts that weren't real decorated, they just used real creepy lighting and fog. Mm-hmm. They had a really cool werewolf section. There's I think there was a slaughterhouse-ish type section. It might have just been a doctor type hospital thing.
Yeah.
That was done fairly well. But yeah, just everything there, sets and prop wise, was just immaculate. And like I said, it was a mixture of using the setting perfectly and making their own normal traditional haunted house detailed scenes perfectly as well. So needless to say, for that we gave them a 10. There really wasn't any room for improvement. It was just, besides changing things up and making different scenes, it was great. It was really good.
Really good. All right, so next on we're going to actors. Again, they were phenomenal.
Something we should mention is we did we had the touch pass. So everything we're reviewing is including with the touch pass. That really wasn't important for sets and props. That's going to be the same experience, obviously, no matter what. But the touch pass, and we'll get more to it in value, but it's additional $5. Yeah. You should get it. The actors, wow.
They grabbed you, groped you. I had my hair pulled numerous times. It was just wow, very immersive. They slammed you against a wall.
And the zombie, when you walk in, you see that there's padding on the walls when you walk into the beginning of the zombie section. I wondered why. They grabbed me by the arms and they took me and just threw me against a wall, which I thought was pretty intense and cool. And I'm like, that's what those are for. And then pinned me up against it, and did the whole zombie thing.
Yeah, they were very interactive because they would go after Josh a little bit and then they would kind of start to pull away and I would just be like, get him, get him, get him, and then they were just relentless after that and they wouldn't stop, and then someone else would go and start bothering Josh and I'd just be like, get him, and they wouldn't leave him alone, and it was great.
And they actually got excited when they saw, because they give you glow bracelets.
Yeah.
And when
You
they
refer to it
saw
as
those,
touchies.
yeah, like the one girl, she was like, yay! Like she saw our glow bracelets and she started clapping and jumping up and down. And then, of course, they just attacked.
Yeah, literally attacked. Like,
yeah.
The cool thing with it is it's not like the hoochie where it's going to happen to you since you have to buy it separately. If it ever becomes too much for you, and it never became too much for me or anything, but I could definitely see where it would be too much for someone. You can take it off. But the actors they had pretty good dialogue. One thing in particular in my mind is there's a clown. He was asking if he's having a good time, and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why aren't you smiling? I'm like, I am smiling. You know, he's like right in my face, and he's like, not enough. And he started tickling me, and he's like, that's better.
Yeah, there was one guy. He saw we had the bracelets, and he just started laughing. And he had an axe, and he was about coming at us, and then he just puts his axe down, and he comes over, and he's like grabs like the back of my hair, and he's like kind of trying to touch my face, and I'm kind of pushing him away. And then he just yanks on the back of my hair and then just starts choking me.
I think there was another guy that had an axe that was actually, of course, a fake axe, but he was, like, hitting me with it a few times in the back, and I was like, oh, he's there. And
I remember that.
They love spraying you with water.
Oh, my gosh.
There was one in the zombie area. He was like a janitor, and he was spraying people with a cleaning spray bottle, like looked like Windex, and then he was wiping people.
Right.
With the towel.
Just over and over.
Cool.
It's kind of like a warm bodies kind of thing. We're just kind of in the routine of doing it.
It was pretty funny. And then, what was it? The devil.
Oh, yeah. He was. I don't think he was actually the devil, but kind of sort of like a demon. And he's going, oh, Satan loves all his children. And me and Kim, we just start singing like, Hail Satan. And he was like, oh, that was beautiful. It was like a song. And we're like, we are singing a song. And he's like, are you singing Year Zero? And we're like, yes! and he got all into it. And what did he say? He was like, he said, Papa Emeritus.
Papa Emeritus is
like a loyal and faithful follower or something.
Yeah, because I believe he came around you guys and kind of put his arms around you and kind of like led you into the next thing too, didn't he?
Yeah. He was cool.
Yeah.
So that was cool that he was able to like play off what we were saying.
But yeah, everyone is super interactive. And like we did get to see them with people that didn't have the touch bracelets, and they were still interactive with them as well, like speaking and stuff like that, but like obviously they can't be as much when they can touch you. But we've talked about that for a while. Actors is of course also a 10.
Yes.
So we've been gushing on that. They were just phenomenal, and there's quite a few of them too. There were a couple spots where there weren't a lot, but I didn't really mind it because where there's so much intensity. It was almost like you got like a little bit of a break kind of transitioning. So I wouldn't really say that was even a negative. I think there's plenty enough actors.
Yeah, no. So moving on, we're going to scare factor.
Which I guess this kind of ties in, to the actors, especially if you have, again, with the touch pass, it is a whole new level. I mean, like, it was really scary.
They had really good places to hide, things that you wouldn't expect. I mean, typically, if you go into a prison, you think they were going to be in the cells and stuff, but they had so much props and settings and stuff like that they were hiding in places that you just didn't expect, and it was really, really phenomenal. Really, really good.
Yeah, it got all of us multiple times. And even some of like the props and stuff they had are actually hidden well, like the werewolves and stuff, where they could at least give you a startle. And they used it really well as a distraction, so the actors come out and give you a good scare. I mean, so with this touch places, you're not only getting the jump scares, you're getting like a personal in your face, violating that.
Oh yeah, that one werewolf totally pulled our one friend and just pulled him down a hallway. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah, he just came out and just grabbed him, and they will like I said. Be fair warned, like, I wouldn't say you're going to get hurt during this, but, like, they roughhouse you a bit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you get some bruises or something like that. Like, the one guy had nails, and he kind of dug them into me a bit, and I was like, well, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah. The one guy grabbed my hair, and he grabbed from, like, the top here, and he yanked, and I wouldn't be surprised if he walked away with, like, a chunk of hair, because it was rough.
Yeah, because, they will grab you, and they'll hold on to you. I mean, it's not just like, it's like they... like bear hug you and stuff.
Right.
So if you're not okay with that, don't get the touch pass. Do not get it.
But you can always throw it away.
Right.
They always say if you like you said, you just rip it off and throw it away and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, exactly.
So for scare factor, again, we gave him a 10.
Yeah, really, because since you get to choose like how scary you want it to be, I mean, you can have more of a regular haunted house experience, or you can opt into that for only $5, which brings us into value.
Yes.
It's $20 for a regular ticket and $5 to add on the touch. Now, see, before we had said, like, because Eastern State does a similar thing, well, pretty much the exact same thing, but you don't have to pay extra for it. However, I would generally kind of be upset about the fact to pay extra for it, but I think $20 is such a good deal for this haunt because it took us, I timed it at exactly 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There is a couple little lines inside the house that kind of separate you again from groups. And unfortunately for, like, they do a good job of separating you. Unfortunately for us, there was this people that were the age where I don't know if they should be venturing through a haunted house because he was like he was like crouched over and could barely walk. So they could barely walk, so we kept running into them. No fault of the haunted house. This stuff always happens to us when we go places. Doesn't matter what.
But yeah, they were good at kind of stalling you to kind of keep you, especially with the touch passes.
But even with that, it was only like 5 minutes maybe in line. So like 35 solid minutes of haunted house for $20 is a great value. Yeah. So only $5 added on isn't that bad. In the speed pass is only what? I think
that was $5 more as well.
I think it's 10. It's 30. Yeah, because it's 30 for the speed, so it's $10 more. Then you can add on the fast to 35, or you can just, if you're going to do that though, just spend 40 for the lightning pass, which just gets you right to the fast line, and the touch pass is included in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, value was real. I mean, $20 for all of that. We've paid more for a lot less than that.
Yeah.
For a lot less quality. Yeah.
So value, we gave them a 10.
Yeah, just
totally worth it.
Totally worth it, for sure. Go. And of course, it leads us to overall. It's obviously a 10. We don't need. I mean, we've given everything else a 10. We don't need to beat around the bush. It's a 10. This is. I can't believe how much better this haunt has gotten. You have to check it out in your area. There's also. We're going to say in this. We're going to try to get to 2 other haunts this night. Trail of Nightmares, which you do have a review for that from last year, which you can go watch. Definitely worth it when you're in the area. In Lessons in Fear. It was pretty good. We were there the first year. We have not got to visit them again. We were supposed to go there that night, but some circumstances happened. We ran out of time, and the weather we got rained out on the Trail of Nightmares. And so we kind of got in a holding thing, and then we were all like feeling real gross. We didn't get to make it to that one. Maybe we'll be able to get that review for you, but definitely check them out when you're in the area. They're all pretty good haunts. They just have a whole, like, haunt jamboree. Just either start out with Mansfield or be prepared to pay $40 for a lightning pass, though, because they get busy, and they'll get busy before they even open. So you get there, you need to get there like 6 if you don't want to wait a long time. We got speed passes, and we still waited.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember when I used to go there, I think I waited 3 hours one time. You know, and I had gone to Mansfield Prison almost every year for a very long time. And when I first started, I thought it was decent, but I was also a lot younger and didn't go to that many haunts at that time. So, but then it just declined over the years, and I'm just like, and I still went just because it's cool to be there, but you know, it wasn't very good. So I can't believe how much it improved this year. It was amazing.
It's phenomenal. But you know, that does it for this review. Go there; it's amazing. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. You know, we want to keep making these videos and stuff like that. It's very important you subscribe to our channel and like the video so more people can find it. This is our fourth? Yeah, this is our 4th year. Yeah, 4th year doing it. I'm like, yeah. If we took 1 year off, we didn't do it. But we love bringing you guys these reviews.
If you haven't had a chance to yet, go like our Facebook page. It is Haunt Talk. We have a specific page just for that. If you look up Spirit Light Productions, you can do that one too. We have a bunch of independent films that we make on there. If you like scary movies, check those out.
All on the YouTube channel.
Yep. We do have a Patreon page. That information will be down here for you as well. We're just asking for $5 so we can continue to give you some awesome content throughout the year, not just Halloween. Other than that, I think that's it for this episode.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.